Obviously, not every station can provide all these services. It depends very much upon the assistance and the enthusiasm of the local volunteers. One idea which has only recently started in this country, but seems to be catching on fairly fast, is the talking magazine and newspaper service for the blind and handicapped. Some of these services have nothing to do with hospital broadcasting organisations and have to set up their own studios, but if there are studio facilities already available in an area, at a hospital broadcasting station, then why not put that equipment to further use? John Wilkinson, you're about to start such a service on the South Coast. First of all, can you tell me about the talking magazine service and how your broadcasting organisation became involved?
Well, basically it's a service of news and information for people who can't read a newspaper or magazine for themselves. At the moment, I believe there are 9 or 10 in this country, mostly in Wales, and when we heard about these, we thought that something like this could be a logical extension to our work. We started thinking about it, and at the same time we heard that the associations for the blind in our area were doing the same thing. The logical thing to do was to get together, and that's exactly what we have done, and we're hoping that our first edition will be out in about March.
What would the tape include?
Well, news, interviews, and information mainly for the blind, and we're hoping that there will also be, when it gets going, a correspondence column. We've been in touch with all the local councils, and they're going to let us know when the road is likely to be dug up and things like this, and the late opening chemists and things that blind people would have trouble finding out for themselves.
What about studio facilities?
Well, basically the master tape could be done with just one tape recorder and one microphone, but it's when you come to bulk copying equipment and fast rewind machines and things like this that it gets more complicated.
Well, who supplies the equipment and services it?
Well, we're hoping to get permission to use the talking book machines that many blind people already have. This will be supplied on a cassette like this, which they will be able to play on these machines.
These are talking book machines?
Well, they are the cassette that goes on the talking book machines, yes.
It's an intriguing device. Does it take much to service?
I'm not very well up on the technical side of it, but I think they're not too badly off in that respect.
You have a lot of helpers, I hope.
We have got a nucleus of volunteers already down at the hospital broadcasting studio. I'm a journalist, and one or two of my colleagues are going to help me on the actual preparation side and content.
Yeah, finally, John, reactions from the listeners.
Well, we have done a demonstration tape, and I'm glad to say that all reactions so far have been very favourable.
John Wilkinson, thank you very much.